welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Real Gents Agree to Disagree. I'm your host, Jamel, and once again, I'm joined by a group of gentlemen who all happen to be my cousins. So today, I'm joined by Mike, Antwan, and Tony. How y'all doing today? Cool. All right, so today, we're going to be talking about, I guess, a big debate within our small circle, the Falcons, and what they should do at quarterback. So I guess y'all can try to convince me because I feel like it's 3-on-1 on this one. So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think the Falcons should do at quarterback? Should trade up, sign a free agent, draft a rookie? What are y'all thoughts?
Trade.
I think we all agree to trade up first.
Trade up if they can.
If they can.
Trade up. Use some of the collateral they got. I would trade one of those backs. Not Bijan, but the other guy. Algier.
Yeah. I think they're going to keep Algier, Cartel Patterson out.
Patterson need to go anyway.
The Bears don't want. I'm hearing a second round. I give them a second and a third this year. Give me Justin Fields.
But let's see. I think that's an easy pick. So I think my whole thing, I think we're looking at is like, can you trade up and get either Jaden Daniels? I know we're gonna get Caleb, but I ain't taking my hopes for Caleb. I'm thinking like a Jaden, if possible. Would that be the best option before Justin Fields or any other veteran quarterback?
That would be the only quarterback that I would take anyway.
Would be Justin?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sold on Caleb, and definitely not May.
No.
When he played competition, he was a no-show.
And I heard that too. I heard about May. Like another conversation about him. I thought he may have been okay, but I was convinced like it's the ACC.
Kicking the ACC like we don't play football over there.
I mean,
look who joined y'all league. You know who was that? Stanford and Cal.
Right. Option A for the Falcons is definitely to try to trade up, but I feel like they have to do it before free agency starts. Like they have to know. Like they can't risk going into free agency and not knowing if they could trade up or not. So I feel like if they don't sign anybody in free agency, I feel like they got to trade in the works. But
right.
So y'all sold on Daniels?
I would take. I like Jaden Daniels. I would take him. Yep. I'll take any of those top three. I saw a report today. It was like J.J. McCarthy might be in the top three above Daniels.
I was thinking about McCarthy too, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine with any of the top three. I'm fine with J.J. I'm fine with free agency, of course, Cousins or...
Yeah, free agency, if the Falcons do take Fields, they got to look at that contract that their boy finna get. Somebody's going to have to pay him. Yeah. They want to risk paying him all that money and then he don't pay him out. They don't gave up some trades. Drake gave up some draft picks for him.
Do you want to pay Cousins $90 million or whatever for the Keys? I mean, come on,
for 2 years maybe.
Nah, man, I just don't trust that. That injury itself for anybody is deadly. You know what I'm saying?
He's a young quarterback for sure.
Trust Cousins more so than Fields only because of the fit, and he ain't gonna be running. He gonna be throwing. Ain't nothing wrong with the arms. So I feel like
let's be realistic. One more thing, he's gonna be throwing pending we get a better offensive line. You don't have the best offensive line for a pocket quarterback either. I mean,
according to PLDF, we had the fourth best offensive line.
Oh, shit, I don't know who that's.
So
I didn't see it.
It wasn't like
it was better than the year before.
It was much improved over the Matt Ryan offensive lines. Like
absolutely.
They wasn't giving up sacks left and right like they was back in those days. But then again, they didn't throw the ball as much either. They was more so of a running offensive line. So
my whole thing with going out to get one of them rookies is what you gonna get. You know, okay, everybody, because you know it, Fields is not a pocket passer.
He's not.
Everybody know that. But with the weapons the Falcons got, you can't deny, okay, Robinson, Algier, you can put both of them at the backfield at the same time with Field. You can run Robinson out in the slot. You got Pitts, you got London. I would use that first round draft pick. Go get one of them receivers.
Yep.
And your offense, because to me, last year, the defense was decent.
What defense you were watching?
That shit they was on the field the whole game, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
He said decent.
Decent. What's up, Ringo?
Oh, man, don't start it.
Decent.
Exactly. Yeah, they were decent.
They were better.
They were good in the first half.
He said
think about
decent. Yeah, they were decent.
Key one thing of mine about that defense, they stayed on the field so much more because our offense couldn't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying, cuz.
So if you got your first half, your defense running, they run the whole second half, your offense in and out, 3 and down. That, man, I'm sorry, but it ain't easy to do, man. You get wild. Not only that, you start to feel like, okay, you think these players see on this team, they watching the same thing we watching. They're like, man, I'm not finna kill myself for this, and we ain't going nowhere.
Do you remember the Ravens, when they won the Super Bowl, wasn't it their defense that kept them in every game?
And stayed on the field more than offense.
But that team was built around that defense, so that was the whole scheme. They knew what they was going to do. They had some killers on that defense team, man.
You're right.
Literally. But so it was a different mindset. Literally, yeah. But it was a different mindset for that team. It's a different time. You're looking at this time, these players are soft. There's nothing like that Ravens defense. You're not going to find it again. The way the game is referee the game, man, and the whistle blow too much for everything. I get it. Protect the players. But that Ravens defense today wouldn't do that because they're going to get too many penalties.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a different game, too. Like, they're not playing the same way they played then. Like, even the last time the Ravens won the Super Bowl, it's not the same. But I think the Falcons' defense suffered a lot because of injuries, too. Yeah. Luke Grady was big.
That was huge.
Troy Anderson was big. And then they rookies, not really the rookies they drafted. They not stepping up and elevating their game like I'm guessing they was hoping they would. But Katie not becoming a pass rusher they thought he would.
Yeah, they definitely need somebody off the edge.
But think about this, like you just said, though. You got these rookies coming in, they're playing, and they shoved into a position a little bit sooner than what they had to be. They without their veteran leadership to really get them through it, too. I mean, some of them had to play before they was ready.
Yeah, part of that, they ain't had no choice because they had
no choice.
That position. Yeah. Got reasons.
Yeah, they had to go. So I agree with the defense was decent, and it could be different this year.
Yep. And I'm just saying, offense, Kyle Pitts, he had that 1 year with Matt.
Because he had somebody that can actually throw the ball.
He can throw the ball.
And who else could he throw to, though? Who else would name another receiver on that team?
They still had Ridley that year.
We can't talk about Ridley. He don't get no love for that. But my question for you don't think that Justin Fields passed enough? Now, I know. I doubt the Blake will even sign a check for him again where he left.
But you know what? Cuz you just asked the right question. Pass enough. He can pass enough simply because the running game,
man.
Me started.
But let me ask Jamel a question, Jamel. So you don't think the name Zach could work with him and make him, because you ain't got to be the best quarterback in NFL. We done seen that.
We seen that several times.
With the right weapon, because that bum Jared Goff, he ain't the best quarterback, but they let him do what he can do.
Right. And he's still, I'm looking at, are you capable of winning the Super Bowl? And so when I look at Justin Fields, I look at him, I put him in that same category as a Lamar or Jalen Hurts. Like, if you really force them to beat you passing, are they capable of doing it?
But when I look at Justin Fields, look at our team though now.
He's slow.
Why should we be forced to beat anybody passing with the two running backs we got now?
We don't have
because in today's game you're not gonna beat nobody running the ball, just run. Ain't nobody gonna let you just keep running the ball down their throat. They gonna force you. They gonna put 8, 9 in the box, and they gonna make you pass. They gonna man up on these receivers, they gonna
and that's when Justin Fields can pass the ball enough to allow that bitch to London. Yes, he can.
I don't believe it.
All right,
not when it matters.
You don't like Justin Fields. Justin Fields is not terrible. If you look at where he played in Chicago, he didn't have a team. Come on, he had nothing around him.
Coach every year.
Exactly.
Well, to be on Jamel's fence now. Cut him with what we got now. We ain't got one receiver and a tight end.
That goes back to what Mike was saying. If you trade up for Justin Fields,
we got one possession receiver and we got one tight end, right?
Y'all looking at personnel. It's not a personnel thing with Justin Fields.
He can't keep drafting receivers, not trying to make a quarterback.
It's not a personnel thing. He don't read the play correctly. He don't progress through the plays. Like, he's too slow processing. Like, he hold the ball too long. He a one read quarterback, he don't see his one read open, he gonna tuck and run when he still have a pocket. Like the play I sent y'all. Like, but he had people wide open, 3 players wide open, and he don't read the defense well.
Like you said, scheme and coaching he'll listen. You can coach a player into what you want him to be. I think he's coachable.
He's been in the league 3 years.
But with Chicago,
3 different offensive coordinators. 3 different offensive coordinators. No help.
If you got somebody open, regardless of who your coordinator is, you still should be able to hit the open man. Like, that's just playing football. Like, come on.
So, okay, you drop back, and every 3 dropbacks, you get slammed into the ground.
No.
How many times are you going to sit there and keep trying to look and not take off and run that bitch?
He's going to get slammed to the ground because he's going to look at it first read and take off and run instead of being patient and waiting in the pocket, having some type of pocket presence.
Every time
he definitely going to go running with that Falcon offensive line. From the center, that whole right side from the center.
So who you prefer back there to have to run with that line? Cousins, Justin Fields.
You saying having to run? I prefer a quarterback that's going to actually pass and go through the progression.
But do we have an offensive line that's going to?
Yes, I do believe. I believe we have a good enough offensive line. As I just said, they were ranked 4th overall last year.
Look, but you watch the games now. You watch the actual game.
Yeah, how many sacks were they giving up? They weren't giving up sacks left and right.
Yeah, they weren't giving up sacks. That motherfucker throwing the ball.
But listen, think about this now. Bad as I rolled B. John, you think he wasn't getting caught all back there in the backfield because they were blocking? He wouldn't have to make them folks miss if they were blocking.
Right. Yep.
If they were really blocking. Now, a lot of them runs, him and Westcott, they had to make that on their own.
They had to force that shit up.
How they rank the 4th best offensive line then? They that bad?
Look, that's just what I said, Jamel. Look, if you playing center and I run behind, you don't block your man and I run him over, that's just like you block. They're going to say I average 10 yards a game, but Jamel ain't blocked nobody.
Each player on the line gets graded individually. You come up with an overall grade. Like,
Riddle was just that bad.
Yes, Riddle was horrible.
Oh, Riddle was horrible. He was horrible. I ain't going to say that he wasn't. I don't say that our offensive line was... I don't think, I can't argue with stats. I didn't see 4th overall great. I didn't see that shit, but
they got things called the eye test.
Yeah. I still don't see the offense being good. Because don't get me wrong, I like them. I know you do, but I still don't see him fitting in. I just don't see it. I definitely have Baker Mayfield.
I'm just saying, any quarterback capable of reading a progression going through your progression, going through your reads, playing on schedule, not looking one way. If it ain't open, turning around and just throwing or running. Like,
let me ask this, Jamel. Now, I know he's been doing it. He's been doing that his whole career, but you don't think a lot of that be a product of your protection? You ain't got time sometimes but to look one way.
I just showed y'all a play in the group chat.
I see
where he had a nice pocket. You saw he had a pocket just in a player wide open, and he still took things.
What receiver was it? Was it Moore? Because that was on.
He had 3 players open. He had Moore open. He had the tight end open. He had Moore open, the running back open, and another receiver open. He looked one way, and he ran right up the middle into the crowd of the pocket when he could have just sat back in the pocket. So all I'm saying is go through your progressions. Go through progression 1, go through progression 2. Like, you got plays downfield wide open that most pocket passers make.
When he was at Ohio State, he had 3 number 1 draft picks. All of them had 1,000-yard receiving. They had running back. It was the offense that he was in.
And he was playing against.
But I'm just saying, he was making the pass. To have 3 in college football, that's unheard of. To have 3 receivers, all with 1,000 yards.
Exactly.
All with 1,000 yards.
Look at Chicago. Would you play with Chicago, man? Would you lose confidence in that team as the quarterback? You can lose confidence, and you will not trust to throw the ball to nobody else. You like, I'm putting on my shoulder. You have to.
You got players wide open. Why are you not throwing them the ball?
I don't trust them. If it ain't more, who would trust it? Chicago just a bad team. I mean, to be completely honest, about that team, they get away. They're probably going to be a better player once they get to the next team they go to.
Justin almost came here with that bad team and beat the Falcons.
Exactly.
They did beat the Falcons last year.
He went through progressions on the Falcons.
Like a motherfucker. I mean, like, had me hot. I don't know, man. But I still say, my first option for me personally is Jaden Daniels. If we got to get one of those vets, I'd rather Justin Fields if we had to get on that option.
I say a rookie quarterback. Then if you can't do that, if you can't trade up, try to get a free agent. I would say Cousins. He really ain't much out there. Maybe Mayfield.
No, not Mayfield.
Maybe
don't even say that. You
can get Russell Wilson cheap. I mean, he should be cheap.
Russell Wilson just like Justin Fields.
Now look, that's my question. What is the problem with Russell Wilson? What he can't do that Kirk Cousins can do?
Russell Wilson, he'd never play on schedule. Like, he's the king of breaking down a play and just trying to create something out of nothing. Like, he never, if you draw a play on the chalkboard, how it's supposed to be.
But Jamel, he is the only one on the board that's a Super Bowl champion, so he knows something about football. I mean, enough for our team. We just really talking about a 2-year plan. Ain't none of these folks gonna be here.
We talking about the Falcons now. So
if I'm gonna go for 2 years, okay. So out of these free agent quarterbacks, if you're gonna only keep them for 2 years, which one do you believe is going to put us closer to a championship?
Neither one of them.
Yeah, neither. Yeah, now, honestly, we need to draft a quarterback. If I'm gonna pick one, I'm going with Justin Fields.
But at least
Justin Fields is gonna put some asses in the seat and some money in the stadium.
The guy
and bring a new hope to the team.
The guy on the talk show said this yesterday. He was talking about Cousins. He said, "True enough, to come here and get us to the playoffs, and that's gonna be it." That's all we want, man. We just want to make the playoffs just like Tampa did.
We almost made the playoff with Desmond Ritter in this division. I mean, and with a losing record.
Wide open, like you just don't know. Like,
so I don't know, man.
Well, right quick before we go on to another subject with Justin Fields, right? So just say you any team to get him next year, he's still on the contract for next year. That'd be his 4th year.
That you gotta sign
the 5th year, but okay, look at it like that. You got 2 years. You either you gonna sign him or you can let him go on about his business.
You got if you trade for him, you got to make a decision right then and there. Or you're gonna bring him back for that 5th year. So that's like,
but he got the 5th year option ain't but $20 million. That ain't no money for no quarterback.
Or you can tag him.
And you got to tag. If he doing something. If he ain't did nothing, then
No, I'm saying you got to make this decision before. You got to make this decision like this year.
Why?
Like, before you can't even. It's like you got to make a decision before you even see him play.
Ain't this his 4th year? What this coming up?
Yeah, but you got to make a decision.
But it's on a trade, so you got to go ahead. You do got to make it before he.
They're going to sign him for the 5th year.
But I'm saying, why you got to make the decision?
That's part of the setup for. They just had it.
He ain't got no leverage nowhere. They don't want him.
Nah, that ain't him. That's just the way it's set with the contract.
This is his 4th year. He already on the contract.
Well, that's what Chicago. So if he getting traded, he's
still on the same contract
for the 4th year.
And then next year you can pick up his 5th year option, $20 million, and you got 2 years. If he don't do nothing, you send him on back up to Carolina.
You got to make the decision before that 5th year.
So that's next year, though. We worry about. I mean, you know.
Now what he's saying is, so like when they sign him, they got to pretty much say we're going.
They got to say they want
$20 million.
They
They want that 5th year.
Yeah,
they got to go down. So they ain't like that 5th year. You can just say, "No, we don't want you now." So that 5th year, if he ain't cutting it, and you got a $20 million contract, and he ain't playing.
Look,
you got to trade him off. But he's saying like, can you trade off a player that ain't producing? And he got $20 million over here.
$20 million. We pay a man, the backup quarterback, make $10 million. You talking about $20 million for a start in NFL?
His 5th year option gonna be $30+ million, and you got to make that decision. If you trade for him, you got to decide: are you gonna keep him
right now,
or
right?
You got to decide.
I'm saying, why we got to make a decision right now?
Because he'll be a free agent next year. If you don't sign him, you're gonna franchise him and pay him more.
Yeah, like if you
franchise him, you get $25 million. Okay.
Yeah, if you decide you're not gonna keep him for that 5th year, then yeah, you're a free agent.
I don't see no other quarterback out there though. I mean, the rookies, you ain't gonna be able to get up to get Daniels. You ain't gonna be able to get Williams. Maine, whatever his name is, that's Sam Howell in Washington.
I think they can get Daniels. They wouldn't to put a structure the right deal to get to him. But I think that's it.
Give up multiple picks. You finna give up multiple picks.
I know. It's gonna cost.
Hey, I say give up all the picks you need, whatever you need.
But he's the same thing in college. Daniel was the same thing y'all seen him do in college. Field did it at Ohio State.
No.
Exact same thing.
This is the thing about Daniels that I like that's different. Like when most times, he got the highlight plays when he's running, but most times he's scrambling to make a play with his arm.
Yeah,
but Justin Field didn't do that in college. At Ohio State, Justin Field didn't do that.
I think the problem right now with Justin Field is if we look at Justin Field from Ohio State, great. But Art looking at it from what he did in Chicago. So it's Ohio State behind us, say like, okay, that was at the college level. So now at the pro level, he ain't convince him.
So you take Daniels, who says he ain't frail as he is with that offensive line. Shit, is he
I still take my chances because he can actually process and read a defense and then go through his progressions when he's passing the ball. He's not just a one-read quarterback. I'm going to take off and start running.
If you get knocked to the ground out every time, you ain't reading and progressing shit. You get getting hit. Okay, reading and progressing, that shit gone.
That's what the do. Ones that win the Super Bowl, I've still yet to see a scrambling running quarterback.
Russell did.
If he wasn't coming off an injury, I would be saying Cousins right now. That Achilles for him, I'm sorry. I don't care who it would have been. I just can't see offering that kind of money to somebody coming with that injury playing football.
If he had an arm injury, I would be a little bit more concerned. I ain't really concerned with the Achilles, especially with his type of play. Like if it was Lamar Jackson or somebody, then yeah.
I mean, his type of play, but I guess still.
I think it's more his age and his Achilles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. There we go.
And Kirkland did shit like Vince said. He gonna get up to the playoff, and the first playoff game is 5 interceptions.
Anybody we get gonna get us to the playoffs because we're in a weak division. So once we get there, anything is possible. I'd rather take my shot with Kirk.
And one thing about you gonna keep hope alive. Oh, you ain't Jackson.
Yeah.
Now that we get Justin Fields, I
believe Cuz an undercover Lion fan anyway.
Definitely root for them too, no doubt. No doubt. Let me ask y'all this. If the Falcons don't trade up and they stay at 8, who y'all think they should pick? Like
Edge Russell.
Edge Russell. Yep.
Yeah.
I would go with the best receiver level. I think these edge rushers are as good as these offensive players. Like I think it's 3 top 10 receivers. I know one of them going to drop.
Those last 2 out of Alabama ain't been bad. Turner is legit.
I don't know about Turner. See, that's my thing. Like Will Anderson was really good, but I don't see him being on that level. Although he did test good in the combine, I just like production on the field. It wasn't to Will Anderson level.
For some reason, I hate to say it, them bastards, they turn out to be good pros. Them edge rushers from Alabama, the one that went to Jacksonville.
Oh, well, you see his stats from this year? I mean, it's a process.
Yeah.
He had, 14 sacks this year?
I hate to say it, but I wouldn't get no receiver. I go find me a receiver in free agency.
And then remember now, you got to thank Will Anderson. When his senior year, he had him on the other end. So it wasn't like you could double team nobody.
All right. Yep.
Like you could double team Anderson, you couldn't double team,
Yeah, I go get me out. The Falcons need a pass rush. I mean,
they do, but we can't. You don't think we pick up a pass rusher? I mean, I just don't. It's not really one out. There's just stand out to me to say, hey,
the boy from Penn State
picking up one in free agents in Abraham. We ain't got that right yet.
But we also been trying to draft one too.
We
also been trying to draft.
Picking them up.
We did.
They drafted Beasley. They drafted.
That's what scared me. Do you want other Beasley?
But Beasley did his job. Coach that right way.
1 year. Then he lost the love of football. And
then a season.
Jack McKinley, they drafted him. They don't draft the Epicati. They drafted Malone.
Not the first pick. Abicati, Tack McKinley, he was hurt in college. I don't know who's in the
So if you pick an edge rusher your first, pending they keep their first pick at 8, you would pick a pass rusher right now at 8?
I would.
First round. Who would you pick?
Turner, if he there.
That's all you got out there. I mean, you got him. You got the boy from Florida State.
I like the rusher from UCLA. I like him. He pretty good. But I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like these receivers are way better than.
And there's so many.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of good opportunities. We know we ain't gonna get Marvin Harrison. Now he out of here.
Neighbors might drop. Neighbors might be all pro.
Neighbors didn't do okay. I've seen Neighbors.
I think Neighbors would definitely drop down to 8. That's what I'm seeing everybody's before that. Neighbors?
Yeah, he's second round.
He's like the second top receiver. He's the second top receiver coming out the draft this year.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the boy name? What's the boy name in LSU? Some folks say he the best receiver coming.
Exactly. Well, they got him, Marvin Harrison, and Neighbors like number 1 and number 2. I guess depending on how you look at it, but
he named his name Marvin Harris. He gonna be number 1.
He's number 1. Exactly.
I like Washington receiver Rome Oduzzi.
I like the dudes too.
Okay, but do you have to draft one that high? You got the butt down at Florida State now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I take one in the second
round.
I'm just saying, if you looking at an 8th overall pick
Yeah, I say not
You
that high.
want to get
Definitely
the
not
top
that high.
player available, like who's ever the best available on the board.
It may be an offensive tackle.
That what I wouldn't even be mad
Yeah.
if they draft a center, a guard, long as somebody that can play.
I don't believe in that shit either. I just don't see drafting the offensive lineman at 8.
You don't see you don't look up at Detroit.
This reason why I said that. I'm just saying
the same one we passed on for Detroit and draft Pitts, remember?
That's one of the million man an offensive lineman to come into the league and dominate and be a great player their first season.
No,
come on, man. Let's be
no
for
one
real, man.
million, but that's just like
you don't see that too much.
Like Daniels.
That's like, okay, and I agree. You're not gonna have too many CJ Stroud's gonna come out and play great their first season as a quarterback.
Exactly what I'm saying.
But what you wouldn't have gamble on? Like what you want to gamble on? Be honest.
6'7", 320. That's what I'm gonna gamble. 6'7", 320. One of them joke off Alabama line, then one off Georgia line.
I see one of the big jokers getting cut around the bench to like game 7, 8.
I think it's a lot of good defensive ends that they could pick up.
Exactly later on. Yeah, but these receivers, man, you get one of them studs that receive. We need somebody to go with Drake London, especially if they're talking about if what they saying. It seems like it might be Kirk Cousins upfield, maybe Cousins coming. If you're gonna get the Cousins,
if the Falcons take Cousins, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be. Oh my God, that's gonna be.
You got to get another weapon on those ends, man.
They literally only have Drake London under contract. Right. They only have one receiver.
That's it. We can't call Michael Pitts. He's tight end now. He played that role, but that's not his position.
What do you think about possibly moving Pitts to a wide receiver full time and drafting Brock Bowers out of Georgia?
Well, I think you should trade Pitts. His ass ain't the 1 year.
I say trade. I'm with you. I say trade Pitts. That's what I'm trade bases.
But now you ain't got but one receiver. Jamel
well, damn, they just two.
Well, now we ain't got but one.
Let's be realistic. Pitts is a tight end. I think he can be replaced, but
replaced by what?
Exactly.
Another tight end. Any tight end.
He had a quarterback.
He did better than any other tight end.
Then you had Mariota. He got hurt. Then you had Ritter.
Man, look.
Right. So I wouldn't think you both put some numbers with them quarterbacks.
Right. Milton was the better tight end this year. The boy who came from Tennessee, he was the better tight end this year.
You see where he at?
Yeah, they let him go.
They let him go.
I'm just saying, I don't write him off right now. It's too soon to write him off. Like, give him a shot at a real quarterback, with a real quarterback, and see what he can do.
With a real offensive coordinator and a real quarterback.
I mean, I'm open to that, but we still need another receiver. He might be better at receiving than playing tight end. I don't know if because he can't block.
Look at Randy Moss when he played with the Raiders. You thought his career was over. Then he went to the Patriots and voila.
He went from the Belichick and he had Brady. I mean, come on. Brady made
I'm just saying.
everybody look good. But now Randy Moss is the GOAT, but still.
You go from no quarterback and you're looking like trash. They write you off until now you get a quarterback that can actually throw the ball. And
probably going down the greatest one, top 5, yeah. But are we going to get that kind of quarterback in Atlanta? That's not
we just need somebody that can throw the ball. That ain't going to run after they look to the left.
If they get Fields, y'all, we got to make sure we got to have a little, what they call this, a little group meeting in person to make sure Art going to be okay. He going to probably need some.
We're going to get you to burn your Ritter jersey and get Fields. Look, matter of fact, you just changed the name on it. Right. Look, what you said true. He ain't going to be here long anyway, so.
Should the Bears trade Fields or should they draft?
Yeah, they got to trade him now because, it's too much. Don't feel like he's going to be that man anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to be that man.
Yeah.
He never would have made that video if he felt like he looked too damn excited. He don't care if he get pulled to them and get traded off. He's like, I'm gone.
Bring the man home.
You got to. They got to. I mean, but let's be for real now. This is Caleb Williams. Who not pick Caleb
I ain't sold on Caleb Williams. He little as hell anyway.
And now, if the Falcons was in Chicago shoes, so you would keep Fields or trade? I'll draft.
Well, you already know what I say. There ain't even no question.
If I got the first pick or Fields, I'm drafting.
This is why I would draft because you on a rookie contract for 5 years. Like you can build your team around this rookie contract. You ain't got to pay the quarterback. Like the quarterback normally take up the biggest percentage of your salary cap.
Right.
So if you can that's like the golden piece right there. If you can get a rookie quarterback, that's good. Look at San Francisco. Like they ain't paying Brock Purdy nothing.
No, he ain't getting a whole meal.
That's why they can go out and make a middle of the season trade for Chase Young because they got the money or sign whoever they want. They have the money.
Yeah, Purdy was making like just over $700,000 a year.
Right.
He wasn't even making a meal.
And look at the Chiefs now. Now they paying Mahomes, so now they can't keep these players. They
can't afford it.
So if you can get you a rookie quarterback and set that clock back for 5 years, and if he good,
oh, that's what I was finna say now. That part, cause you got to look at Chicago. They got had a rookie quarterback. They've been set back 5 years. It ain't worked out for them.
Man, don't have 4 offensive
man. Chicago just never was set. The organization has just been up the whole time he's been there. So it's kind of hard for me to. I guess that's why I ain't just like shutting Fields out, because I see we had a good.
What have y'all seen? Please tell me, enlighten me. What have y'all seen out of Justin Fields to make y'all think that he's just going to be something different when he leaves Chicago? Because I don't see it.
Because you went sold on Michael Vick. You weren't a big fan.
No.
Okay. Well,
that's what I feel like.
Donovan McNabb?
Like most Atlanta fans want. They want Vick
McNabb. But that ain't gonna happen again.
They want a scrambling quarterback.
It's like saying Chicago gonna get another Michael Jordan, gonna get another LeBron James. It's not gonna happen. I mean, let's be for real. These players are these players. Now, you don't feel like Justin Fields on a different setting could be even a little bit better than what he is in Chicago.
I have zero confidence in Justin Fields.
Zero.
Exactly.
Zero. I'm telling you, because I be sitting up here, because when we was going back and forth in the text, I got NFL Plus. I'm looking at the tape. I'm like, please show me Justin Fields. Show me. Get me excited about something. And I see nothing.
But you see it up on the Chicago scheme. You really got to go back and look at him in Ohio State to get excited about what he can do. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say you look at Chicago and get excited. All right, you watch the Falcons game. I got excited about the Falcons game. That's true.
I saw him, the play I sent y'all, I saw several plays like that. I saw him miss wide open receivers. DJ Moore turn around wide open like, why did
Chicago?
The ball?
Matt Ryan overthrew motherfuckers other than...
Yeah, but it wasn't consistent. Like, of course, everybody going to have bad throws. Justin Fields consistently throws picks. He consistently hold the ball too long. He consistently make bad reads. Yeah, he'll give you the wild eye-popping play where he do something just crazy can't nobody else do. But then he going to come back and do something stupid. Like, I don't see it. He's more consistently bad than he is good.
In Chicago.
Thank you. I'm like Jamel. I ain't sold. They got one receiver. We got one receiver.
I'd rather draft one. But I'm saying worst case scenario. I ain't saying that's the option to go to first.
Let me ask y'all this. Don't you want your quarterback to be able to throw for at least more than 200 yards? We've suffered through the last 2 years of a quarterback that can't pass over 200 yards. Justin Fields done this 13 times his whole career.
Really can't take a snap. He can't damn receive the ball from a snap. He don't count. He's not a quarterback. He's a motherfucker. Put a jersey on. Somebody say he can throw the ball and he played and got lucky.
It shouldn't be
Justin
hard.
Fields is much better than that.
200 yards. I ain't talking about a 300-yard pass. 200 yards? Your quarterback can't throw the ball for 200 yards?
Now, let's get to this end. So, you saying that, right? So, your beloved coach that you were so excited about coming in, bringing this whole team, you don't think he's a good enough coach to coach up Justin Fields to be that type player?
See, this is the thing about Zach Robinson. I feel like he got his scheme. I feel like he want to run his scheme. I feel like he'll be best at running his scheme, his offense, the way he wants. And they got an opportunity to put people in place that fits the scheme. So it's like, if you put, it's like I said, it's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole with Justin Fields. He's not a scheme fit. He don't fit that type of scheme. If we still had Arthur Smith.
So I'm saying, Jamel, you saying if we don't give Zach Robinson the type of tools he need, then he can't coach.
I'm sure he can make an adjustment, but I don't think the results, for me, the scheme is going to determine the results.
It would be easier. That's what you said. It would be easier.
I'm just looking at the type of scheme, like the type of offense. I hadn't seen that type of offense with a running quarterback win the Super Bowl.
We're going to change your name from Art to Mr. Analytics. That's your damn problem right there.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you look at the history of who wins the Super Bowl.
It's the analytics you look at all the time.
That was just like I said last night. Even on TV, they don't want to say it's black and white, but you done had 100 white quarterback and 10 black. Of course, some more of them going to win the Super Bowl.
But even still,
we just again black quarterback last 10 years.
But you still had running white quarterback.
They wasn't running. Nah, you see what happened to him. That one. He had one.
Even he was a pocket passer that could move around and make a play out.
But some of your best quarterback in football ain't one.
Doug Flutie. What white running quarterback we had? I'm stuck on that one.
I ain't talking about with the Falcons.
He just saying in the league.
In general, Doug Flutie.
Fran talking. No, he don't mean running for a lie. He ain't talking about running. He talking about.
I'm talking about your coach design. You know what? We're gonna run this read. So we're gonna run this just straight quarterback sneak out the pocket, straight out the shotgun. And we just gonna run this running play for you.
But that's what I'm saying. As a coach, you telling me an athlete been playing football since he was 5, and he don't know how to run a quarterback sneak? He don't need to be out there on the field with you.
But I'm saying this type of offense is not going to work long term because one, the quarterback going to get hurt. Look at Lamar Jackson. He barely plays 16, 17 games because he always getting hurt because he run too much.
He can't throw it all, though, cuz.
Right. Look at Jalen Hurts wasn't the same because he hurt. He playing hurt all this running. And he can't really throw that good either. So, I'm just saying this is not a sustainable type of offense. It's not going to work for the player long term. It's not a winning style of play. So why would you bring in a quarterback to run a type of offense that's not a winning style of play?
At least it'll be exciting.
That's what they said about Trae Young in the Hawks. He fit the culture better than Luka.
That was some bullshit. Everybody else said
no. If you go to the game, let me ask you this. Don't you remember now, first game of the Hawks season, I told y'all on the thing, these folks ain't finna win 30 games. And it ain't cause no Trae Young. You know, the only reason I'm going to go in to see Trae Young. Ain't nobody else out there I want to pay to see play.
Trae Young a turnstile on defense. He going to get you 30 and give up 35.
But listen to what you said. Every point guard in the NBA average almost 30 points. So that means all of them giving up 30 points. Game average 30, Trae average 30.
I will say this, the NBA in general, they don't play no defense.
Ain't none of them playing. So
none of them playing defense.
Why I'm going to play it, ain't nobody else playing. You know, that's just the culture nowadays.
And another thing is with basketball NBA today, how do a point guard end up scoring 30, 40 points? What happened to distributing the ball?
Well, yeah, the ball all the time.
If you look back to my days of basketball, I love to watch. Man, you can see point guards scoring 30 points a night. They may have 15, 16 assists, as they should. But 30 points and 2 assists as a point guard? Come on.
It's a different style of play now.
It's a different style. But, I mean, for the Hawks, the only thing they can
do,
bad as hey, you got to trade because you ain't got nothing else. That you going to get something for these, you know. You don't just trade just two, so I would trade him because of the fact that he the only man folks really probably want.
I want to win, so I ain't for this is exciting, fun to watch, and yet we still lose. Come on, nah.
I guess you know what it might be too the art for you because I see what you're saying. I guess I'm speaking back for the Falcons for a minute. I guess I'm to the point. I'm a Falcon fan. I'm always be a fan, but realistically, I don't believe they're gonna win and go to the Super Bowl and shit no more. Not right now. So I want at least some excitement when I'm watching the game. I want to watch them lose and it's boring. When they convince me they're going to win the Super Bowl, then maybe I can see it different. But I'm sorry, they haven't showed me that yet. So I'm going to be a realistic fan and say, we're going to probably win about 8, 9 games.
Well,
it's going to be exciting. And if they do something better, I was wrong. I'm a man enough to admit I was wrong.
Let me ask you this. 2016, did you see that Super Bowl run coming?
When?
2016, last time they went. Because that just came out of nowhere.
It definitely came out of nowhere, and it was good for the city. So that go back to right now. I was happy then, way to go. I supported them, and I'm going to run with them.
But I'm just saying, anything is possible, especially if you get to the playoffs. It's possible they could possibly get there and do something. If you got the right pieces in place.
I think they have disappointed me too many times, man. It's not so much that I'm always rooting for them. Always. I'm a fan. But they got to show me a little bit more. Even with the Hawks. But I tell you.
I'm taking Justin Fields.
I'm surprised you ain't called when your nose quarterbacks come in.
He'll be a good backup. I take him before I take Kirk Cousins.
So Art got quiet. Then he said, "All right, you can break that one down."
Because that's just a no. Ain't nowhere in the world. The only good thing about that is that he'll be cheap, cheaper than Kirk Cousins. Outside of that, no. Not at all. All right, so let's switch topics real quick and talk about this NBA playoff push. I don't think our Hawks gonna do anything this year. I don't even know if they're gonna get to the play.
They need to get in the draft and just hope we get lucky.
The guy was talking about trading.
They don't give the pick to San Antonio. San Antonio got the pick for Murray.
That question.
So they best bet now to trade and try to do something for next year. But this year, how long Trey out?
If he got in the scene, he'll stay over there next year.
That's probably gonna happen.
He come back out there. Stay on. But look, any of y'all been watching the college basketball?
I've been watching a little bit.
So
I'm more interested in women's college basketball than the men, but
yeah, they do have some more exciting games. Though.
Yeah.
They really do. So what's your opinion on Caitlin now? If you had to judge women basketball today, I know you don't watch her play.
Oh, yeah. I think she's a star. I think she's going to be a star when she gets to the WNBA because not only can she shoot really good, it's like she a mix of
bird and magic.
Right.
So why you think, we know why, but why we think that every time, look, she break this rocket, they go dig up another rock. Why they just won't let the girl have her fame and go on with it, you know? They done dug records up from 1930. Then they come up, she break that. Then they'll come up with another rock. Then they come up today with one from the AAU somewhere. Let the girl have her fame, you know? I
think the first major record she broke was like the women's all-time scoring record. And so now she's close to breaking like the overall scoring record for women and men.
And men, yeah. Well, I think that's the last game tomorrow. Do they count the playoff or just regular? The last home game is tomorrow on TV.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not exactly sure about that. They count the tournament games.
USC got a bad little freshman out there, too.
Oh, yeah, about Juju Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably going to break Caitlin's record the way she's going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's bigger, too. I think she's like 6'3", 6'4".
Like a real man, for real. For real.
That don't look like no man.
She don't look like
them WNBA women. She don't look like them now.
She actually got a cute
handle.
Oh no, I think you're talking about when she played.
Game.
Yeah. The game is like one of the like. Yeah, that's what I think he was talking about.
Yeah, they got a little girl play for Notre Dame. There's one play for Notre Dame.
Yeah, so the women's tournament is definitely going to be, to me, more exciting than the men's. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to watching that. See if LSU, what they going to do. South Carolina still undefeated. I see y'all girl Angel still going at people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is.
Bayou Barbie. Denied us. He tried to get it.
I put on the thing last night. Somebody better teach her how to save that money because she don't get no better than where she is right now. The WNBA ain't going to work.
I think she's going to be okay because she's marketable either way it go at this point, man. So, she's going to be fine. She'll be play enough in the WNBA. And
you better say that 1.7 they claim she got.
I think she got more than that.
You ain't going to get no 15 rebound WNBA with that little pretty body.
I think she got that. I'm going to say she got more than that, man. So since we talking about that, she old enough. She can go out and make money doing some modeling and some movies and acting. So she ain't stressing that.
She better get
I don't even think she going to want to be in WNBA that long. Just looking at her and the way she's playing right now and everything else going for her, I'll be surprised she stayed in the WNBA more than 2 seasons if she do.
But you got to
remember
more
opportunities.
All this going for you because you playing in college and your name. Once you get the WNBA, that name fade real quick.
But that's why she get everything else going for her right now. She marketable.
It'll fade.
She did her job.
You marketable as long as you're on TV scoring points and getting rebounds.
And that's after the college season over with. When that's over and they have a good season, really and truly, she don't need it. They don't really make that money in the WNBA anyway. It ain't like the NBA. She'll make more money going out here and
are you still marketable?
With endorsements. Yeah.
Why? If you ain't doing nothing on that flow, that ain't still coming at you because
you just said it. She got a nice little body on her. She can do a lot of the different things. And she's gonna always be able to go back to LSU.
Walk down Cumberland Highway. You can't go say
you can't even say former LSU standout star.
No, you can't say that don't get you nothing no more. You WNBA bench rider, Angel Reese. I'm just using that.
If she stayed that long.
What's the girl that was the #1 pick last year?
I know you're talking about.
I'm just telling you, once you get that name will disappear real quick, man.
Yeah, that's when you get there. I'm talking about what she's doing right now. If she got enough marketing going,
I see.
She don't need it.
She better get us some good people on her side, not her mama. Yeah, get some folk with some friends. They can hold on to that money.
Why you gonna say that to girl mama, man?
Wasn't that her mama on Instagram fighting with her mama? Talking about she couldn't read or something?
Oh, I might have missed that.
Wasn't that her mama?
I think I missed that.
Yeah.
Where who mama that was? Juke? Where the Flo Day?
Yeah, it was one of her teammates, I believe.
Yeah, the little rapper girl. They on there fighting on Instagram like they playing some basketball. I'm just saying, you got to have some folks in your corner other than your family member when you trying to have some money. They ain't never had none.
Yep, I can agree with that. Yep. So real quick, before we still was on the...
Don't say nothing about the foul.
I ain't saying about the Falcons. I'm through with that. We talking about this NBA push to the playoffs, trying to see what y'all thoughts. So, I know you're gonna say that.
Who?
So Bucks.
I think the East is upright. If you look at it right now, I think it's clearly Boston. I don't see the Bucks like they not playing well as a team. They just more of a bunch of individuals playing. It's like Giannis, your turn. Dame, my turn. Like it's no team.
Doc just came over, so that's gonna change.
Yeah, I don't think Doc is all that good of a coach either.
You don't think so?
Never have been.
He's overrated, highly overrated.
Yeah, I agree with it. I've been saying that for years.
Get the game 7s. Get the game 7 with Dame and Giannis. Like, I take my chance. It ain't Harden and it ain't Westbrook. Who he had? DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin. He lost game 7 with a bunch of wags. He got 2 world beaters.
So game 7, Milwaukee against Boston. You gonna take Brown and no show? You gonna take Brown and no show? You gonna take Dame?
Well, I think Boston is deeper. Like I think team they got a better surrounding core because you still got Drew Holiday, you still got Porzingis, you got a nice little bench. Horford gonna give you something. Like you got a better surrounding cast around their 2 stars compared to the surrounding cast of Giannis and Dame. Like, it's really outside of them 2. Like, Middleton gonna come back and play? Is he gonna step up and be the old Middleton? Like, who else? And honestly, the team have already said they don't really have good players still. They have the Bucks players already said that. So I'm with you. I'm a freak fan. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Boston pretty much is Boston's division to lose. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna give you some bad news and might be good news for Antwan. Just popped on my phone. It said that the other day that the Falcons in Chicago is finalizing the deal for Justin Fields.
Good enough.
I said it, but they said that the other day too. Now about
I'm on the way. Art. We're gonna need some support.
We don't know how they just lying or what.
No way. Where you at? You at how?
Just throw away the season. Just throw away the season.
I'm on the way.
I think it'll be long you don't give up. Now I give him a second round. Get something in the first round right there with Jamel, with my son. If you get anything more than the second round, I ain't know. You ain't showed me nothing,
I heard they was gonna give up a second and a 4th or 5th, and then do a pick swap between the 8th and 9th pick.
I get all that up this year and next year.
See? Hey, Mike.
Mike, you must have been
watching Justin Fields.
We ain't trying to get Vic now.
Mike, I tried to give you some credit, Mike. I said we're gonna take Russell Wilson 2 years. Just listen. Then we're gonna draft your boy, probably the Mr. Irrelevant from Florida State in the last round, and give him time to heal.
Because what do you see with Justin Fields? Please enlighten me.
So you rather have Daniel Jones. He white. He stand in the pocket. He can throw.
It ain't got nothing to do with color.
Well, here Daniel Jones is a pocket passer,
but he's not good. It's like saying Mac Jones.
So how much
I still want a good quarterback. Kirk Cousins is better than Daniel Jones. Kirk Cousins.
How much more better?
A lot. You see what he's been doing in Minnesota the last couple of years
with Justin Jefferson.
He played good in Washington before Jefferson got.
Let me ask you this now, Jamel. Do you think Kirk Cousins? Where he at now? He's a decent quarterback. He's a good quarterback. But do he have 4 more years in him? You know what I'm saying? We need to. Because with our team, it's gonna take us. Without some good luck, it's gonna be a 3-4 year process.
Exactly.
He can come here for 2 years.
So we just gave away $90 million just to what?
Having him sit on the bench and rest his Achilles with some ice.
He could get us to the playoff. I agree with that. But
we will definitely be the NFC South champions. So we're gonna definitely get to the playoffs. And then it's wide open from there.
That's any quarterback other than Desmond Ritter.
Any quarterback now.
Other than Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter was 1 fumble away from getting us to the playoffs. He ran that ball in the end zone and then throw it away.
He didn't. I didn't even want to see no more disappointment that season. I was happy the first time. Happy he did something stupid.
So Justin Fields don't get the Falcons to the playoff this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the NFC South is weak.
Right. The division is so weak, so he might. But, I mean, he going to be Desmond Ritter 2.0. Like, he going to be throwing picks left and right, too.
I don't think he's that bad. Come on, man. You can't put nobody in that category.
No, he is nowhere near that bad.
Nobody's that bad.
Yeah, but it turnover thing right up there with Ritter now. I got to go with Jamel. He turned, even though he played a little more, but his turnover ratio, he right up there with him.
Now, so you just said a mouthful. He played the whole season and got mid-turnover. Somebody played 6 games. Come on, man. And Ritter is terrible. He don't even deserve to wear a Falcon. He don't need to be the water boy of the team. He need to go there, kick him off, pay him his contract out for a little rookie season.
He probably back up because he cheap.
Back up what?
Ritter wasn't the worst thing in the world. Now, a lot of that shit was on. Look, my thing is, I got Antwan and Jamel on the team. If I line Antwan up at that wide receiver, that's the coach's fault. That man know Ritter couldn't throw, so why you kept calling the pass play?
I can run a route. It might be a short-ass route.
Well, put out that cornerback, give you a go route. You know, there's a lot of that got to do with coaching.
I mean,
we know that too.
I'll say that, but to me, the bigger problem was the quarterback. And like I say, is his decision-making. Like, we seen all the bad passes. He literally, like, turned one way and just turned around, just threw the ball the other way one time, like, without even looking. Like, he just did stupid stuff. The
only job he deserves on the Falcon team is making sure the damn face masks are tight before they come out in the field. He need to back that with a screwdriver. Make sure
y'all heard what did y'all hear what Arthur Smith said the other day? That he believed Kenny Pickett is the man. He can work with him. Ain't that the same thing he said last year?
Arthur Smith is about to, like, in his coaching career, because he just went from one bad quarterback situation to another.
And keep working on your promise and them, exactly.
So, I do have a different question. So with Mr. Raheem Morris, is he gonna just sit there and be the head coach, or he gonna try to run the offense too?
I think he's gonna be the head coach. I think he's gonna let his coordinators do their thing. I mean, he said he was gonna.
I hope so.
He better.
Yeah.
When it's time to fire somebody, it better be one of them instead of yours.
Because that's how you separate this. You're like, oh, offense ain't producing. You got to go. It ain't me. So, yeah, you better.
I think he'll have his fingerprints a little bit more on the defense, but I don't think he's going to touch the offense. I feel like he's cool with a lot of players, so that'll help in free agency, I think, even though money more than anything. But I think he's got a good relationship with players. He know a lot of coaches, been around, built a pretty good staff. I like the staff he got. So I'm willing to give him a shot, see how he do with his own staff put together, not a pre-made coaching staff for him.
And see, and y'all do see how I was I stood tall, admit I was wrong. I was upset when they pulled him. I said I was wrong. I see why. I just want to say it one more time. I agree with it now. I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong.
When they did what?
When they got Raheem Morris, I ain't like that pick. I ain't like them picking him. I didn't at first. I thought it was a bad move. We're not gonna go into what I thought now, but I did. But now, after seeing nobody picked him up, and I see why what you're asking for, I said, okay, I get it. All of them, they was asking for way too much.
I feel like Belichick he's kind of stuck in his ways. He wanted the game is a little bit more modern. Player. Yeah, he just not advancing with the times. Kind of like Saban was the opposite, like advance with the times. Like he had more of a modern style of play.
Yeah.
Yes, and another thing is like what Morris and I do, like not just from players that have played for him in the past and everybody around, they're excited about him because they believe in him and they trust him. As a player, that's important. If you don't believe in your coach, that's a problem. If you believe in your coach, man, you're going to give it everything you got. So that's another up for them right there, just because they do believe he's a player's coach and they believe what he can do for them. So I was wrong. I admit it.
Be prepared. All y'all be prepared to say y'all was wrong about Justin Fields too.
I'm right about Justin Fields for one reason. I ain't expecting a whole lot. so I'm not.
So your expectation real low. So if
my expectation is the playoff.
You on top.
My expectation the same for any one of them. Even with Jaden Daniels, the playoffs and that's it. It's what they're gonna do the season after. You're gonna grow from it and learn. I just don't believe in things outside of that.
Yeah,
I'm good. No more apologizing this year for me.
Cool. Well, I guess that kind of covers all the topics that we had on the list for this week. So
we missed one more thing before we go, y'all.
Yeah. Ain't nobody say nothing about Ronald Acuna.
Tony, you good, cuz? I mean, I ain't get a chance.
Yeah,
I'm all
right. Like, fuck me, coach.
Hey, they'll be back though.
Coach want to play a hero. Like, dude,
So
run the goddamn ball. You would run the ball down their throat. They could not stop you.
Yeah.
That remind me of they did that to us too. That's old Shannon did his best. At least he did it to somebody else.
I like Shannon. I want to take up.
I'm about to say, go ahead. That's your boy. I waiting on you to say something.
I'll put the blame on Shanahan, of course, with us, with the Falcons, and the first Super Bowl. It's kind of hard. I know he did make some bad decisions. I say that. Yes, he did make bad decisions in the Super Bowl. But I feel like this game, it was a lot of play. If San Francisco had just made this one play, they would have won. Like, it was just a lot of plays that went that way. Like, if you look in overtime, they had like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. If they could have got a stop, that's it. Game over.
Yep.
Like, it was just a lot of like big moments within the game at different points of the game where the Chiefs just made the play.
Man, when Mahomes got that 4th, it was like 4th and 9. He ran for like 13 yards.
Yeah.
Man, there was 2 huge holes on that play, and they did not call him. Like, literally held my man right on the edge.
So it was just like a lot of stuff like that. Like, I feel like if it was played again, like if they played again, that game could easily have gone the other way. Like, they wasn't like head and shoulders, like just better than the 49ers. It was just literally like a play or two.
The 49ers beat themselves, but I will say, damn, I can't get the play right now, but the first touchdown they ran, that was a hole. That's the 49ers touchdown. That should have came back. So we can look at plays and say, hey, that happened, this happened. But
I mean,
stuff happened on both sides. I think the refs in that game was terrible, but at the same time, Super Bowl, some stuff has got to play.
Yeah.
I mean, and you look at like 49ers first drive, they drive and then McCaffrey fumble. And they had the fumble on the punt. Like, it was just like a lot of plays that just could have went the other way.
And I know if the Chiefs don't go get rid of Pikachu and get another running back next year, they ain't gonna make it go. He's terrible in the Super Bowl. And I said it right, Pikachu, because that motherfucker was terrible. He need to go.
You might get your wish, Art. It looks like Pittsburgh is in negotiations for Justin Fields.
Oh, good.
As of 7:30 tonight.
I seen that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please take them off our hands. Get it done soon, quick and fast.
I think that's a bad move for Pittsburgh, though.
Pittsburgh ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing for that boy.
That's bad for Fields and Pittsburgh.
But they run fast. They run scary as shit.
If Fields go to Pittsburgh, this might be it for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign a long term with.
I sit out right now. I'm like, nope. But he ain't gonna do that. He got a point to prove.
I just can't see Kirk Cousins. No.
I mean, out of the available options, to me, he's the best. You take Baker over Cousins?
Hell no.
I take Baker Mayfield before I take Kirk Cousins.
Nah, I don't want Baker Mayfield either. I don't believe. Nah.
Why is that? Because of the injury or the age?
Oh, Baker Mayfield?
I think. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's more.
I don't think he was a good quarterback. I just never liked him. I think
it's mental with him.
Yeah, he's just not ready. He's not what the Falcons. The Falcons need a leader. They're gonna need somebody else can come in and really go and follow through. It's just in that I don't damn know. Kirk Cousins may be that, and again, my reserve for him is that age and that Achilles injury. That's my biggest reserve for him. Is he gonna make it?
So, Mike, why you'll take Baker over Cousins?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, why you'll take him over Cousins?
I just don't like Kirk Cousins.
Just simple enough. Sometimes I don't take much as a preference, right? I just wish it was a better option, better choice. That's how I feel about Russell Wilson. I just don't care for him at all. So that's why I'm not mentioning him or Baker Mayfield. There's only 2 quarterbacks. If you're going to pick up one,
either one of them boys going to be there at 8.
Okay, somebody lying because I just got something come across my phone. The Falcons are close to signing Justin Fields.
That's what
I've seen that too. But I'm seeing them.
I've got like 3 different alerts. Yeah.
They'll just coming left and right.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Don't get your Justin Fields jersey, man. Just embrace him, bro. Just embrace him.
I would put, how much these jerseys cost? I'd rather put that amount in the toilet right now and flush it before I do that.
I don't be that person.
So the Falcons get Justin Fields. They start out 8-0. Which I say could be honest.
They're going to lose in the playoffs.
Ain't no one of them lose in the playoffs. That ain't fair. Cuz going to lose in the playoffs. Come on, man. 8-0 is a good start.
That's fool's gold. Fool's gold. Don't believe it.
You just don't like Justin Fields. You don't like that.
It ain't that person.
Okay, you don't like running quarterbacks. I
just want you to be able to pass the ball. That's all I ask. Can you pass the ball? You're a quarterback. That's your job. Pass the ball.
Well, actually, the quarterback job is to control the offense. So that's passing or getting the ball off on the run. It's been real.
Definitely. So thanks everybody out there for listening. Please check us out again. We're available on all the different podcast sites. So check us out. Real Gents Agree to Disagree. So thank y'all for listening, and we'll holler at y'all next time.